Here we go. 180. Right here. 41 right. Rip right. 12.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 45-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
21. Check 52. Way, Haywood. I got this.
Garoppolo now. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 44-yard line.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Watson buying time to his left. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Watson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
One, Omaha. Hey, gun. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Hey, team 6. I got this.
Now Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
12.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 33 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Niners 7, Texans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
36.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 24 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Lock. 21. Here we go. I got you.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got you.
Play action. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
65.
Check your hot read. Check your backer.
Hey, gun.
Motion out of the backfield.
Hey,
the former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Wait.
Brings up second
Hey, exit.
at the 46-yard line.
Lost the ball. 41 Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Mike 40. I got this. Double dog. That's the way.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Here you go. 21. Hey, gun.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Lock. Know your job. Hey, alert.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
48, let go. I got you. 41's the Mike. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. D. Ford able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Check Mike 57. Man, that's trash.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
High 7.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
11. Hey, Charlie.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Stay at home.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the...
Entering pause screen. Resume. Entering cancel topic. Waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo over the middle, and it's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. 13. 11. Under 10.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
13. Gun.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
11. I got this.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo on first down. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis there to make the grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Good as that. 19. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Here we go.
That one goes for 24 yards. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Houston. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
12.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11. I got this.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert! Go ahead.
They'll try to run with Breida. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, gun.
Oh, yeah. Mark 55.
2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the points down. He's coming.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, Delta.
You're not ready. 55's Mike, guys, 55. I got him. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Mark. I got you.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Hey, alert! Hey, gun!
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Garoppolo, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Watson flushed out right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
56 to my leg. 56. Check 56.
From the 50, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check three. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Set it.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 44, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Pass complete here to Sanders. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This one complete to Coleman. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Whitney merciless. Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Box drop. I got you.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
21. Rush in. 21. Bravo. He's coming, double up. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
Player stats. Entering statistics screen. Player stats. Team SF. Rushing selected. Post-game report. Players finish game. Entering online hub screen. Pop-up dismiss. Entering main menu screen. Subscribe now. Minnesota Vikings, Chicago, Cincinnati, Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos, Cleveland Browns, Tampa Bay Buccaneers selected. Ready? View Superstar X Factor Submenu. Cleveland Browns selected. Ready? View Advanced West Coast select. Edit uniforms. Edit uniforms. Entering. Socks. Socks option is set to current socks. Ready? Edit. Ready?
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your fifth.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 29, Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they decided a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice pass start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you can get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check nickel. 21. Here we go. Check 4. 12.
Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, over. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. Switch. 12, fellas. Here we go. Flare. I got you.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 52 yards.
Check girls. 11. Let's go. Hey, gun. Number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. Well, how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the 1st quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Hey, Lord alert! 61, matchbox, lights.
It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
25, check 25, check 25.
From the 41, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Third down.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
At their own 47-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, San Francisco.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now Mayfield, and this is caught. He hits Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Protein spill. Check 50. Point it right.
Here's Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Regular.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. 11. Man.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Here we go. Mike. 1, Omaha. 53, Mike. Hey, exit. Let's get it.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Mayfield on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
The tackle by PS4. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Landry, the intended target. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 22 yards there, a first down. Garoppolo on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Garoppolo now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
I got this.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
65. Hey, I-7. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, 49 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is they went.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here we go. 180! 21. 1, Omaha.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
I got you. He's coming in motion.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw it, and he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll let it go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
11. Joker. 11. Check. Lucky.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Here we go.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now left side on the swing pass. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Entering. Attention, pop up. The connection to your peer has been lost. Exit game. Entering online hub screen. You have 5 options. Quick match is selected. Play friend. Depth chart.